Huzzah! Alright. So hopefully I didn't change anything. Not a whole lot at least. Welcome to Aviary Attorney. Okay. Take off my hat now. It's very hot. Just gonna take off clothes one day at a time. So we haven't played this since Act 1, which was several months ago. Wing it! I don't remember the voices I gave for everyone. What are you saying about me, Tana? What's Tana saying about you? The Palais du Louvre. Shut up, Google. My phone over here trying to be dumb. Let us be reasonable, senors. Oh, I am sure that this is a simple misunderstanding. I don't know if you guys can hear me. There is no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. I don't know Spaniard accents. Oh no. Sometimes you don't change your thumbnails and it's fine. You can close off one day at a time. What are you taking off tomorrow? My jacket. I knew Falcon wouldn't like turning up in the office on a Friday. I'm gonna have to read a lot, guys. So my attention might be back and forth. But now it's midday on Monday and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should go look for him. I should probably go find him. Smash that like button, like Bryce. Smash it. Joy, I would never. Rude. Gosh, his home would be a good place to start. But the Burn Bright never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way. Oh, we're actually gonna look around. Okay, guys. It's January the 10th on a Monday. Where are we going? Are we going to the Palais de Justice? It's the house of the High Court, a place reserved for only the most serious of crimes. The Chateau Crinier? Baron Rogwell resides at the Chateau Crinier, an impressive manor house with an immaculate garden. Or the conciergerie. For centuries, the infamous conciergerie prison has detained the accused and condemned alike. Or the AA offices. Sign on the door reads, Aviary Attorney Offices. No case too big or too small. No junk mail. Briar gives that stepdad vibe. Okay. Everyone likes a stepdad. It's me again. Yemi. Well, I do not. I'm sorry. Who are you? I mean, you're a ferret, clearly. Where are we going? Where are we going? You guys pick. I'm gonna hate myself after the ferret or the otter? The otter ferret. The otterone? What? Joe wants to see me naked. Uh-oh. Let me get my stuff out of here. Oh no, Steam is being weird. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Just gonna... Jason, if you're watching, I love you. I love you very much. I'm sorry to do this to you. I just don't... It's gonna seem super bad. I love you, Jason. I love you so much. Okay. Okay, now that that's taken care of, Jason, I love you. If you're watching somewhere, some way. Maybe in the future. Maybe now. Guys, where are we going? Or am I just gonna pick? Honestly, he's not gonna be at the AA offices. I'd assume he'd be at the, Tana! I told it to go offline, but it's still online. Let's go to the Palais de Justice. Number 2. Well, damn it, Joy! I just got your number 2. Right when I number 1. I made my dad's Wi-Fi trash. I just want to say hi. Much love, bro. Oh, hello, Raptor. I'm sorry your dad's Wi-Fi is trash. I love you. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with me. Can't stay awake any longer, Briar. Aw, Yummy. Okay, I'll do good for you, I hope. No sign of Falcon here. Briar was wrong. Excuse me, Rupert. Oh, it's you, the first-year dropout. Hey, I didn't drop out. I was forcibly rejected. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm looking for Falcon. Have you seen him? Falcon? The guy who, somehow blundered his way through the Caterline trial with the help of some, dubious evidence? No, I haven't seen him since the, trial. Oh, well, thanks anyway. Skedaddle skedoodle. Ferret needs a lot of sleep. I'm stupid. His name's not stupid, it's Raptor. Oh boy. Tanner, I thought we were toy. We were one. You call me up. What are you guys talking about? Are you guys okay? Okay, we're gonna take Joy's advice and go to the number 2. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duo. Down here.
Oh, there you are. It's Sparrowson, right?
That's right.
I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Say, how's your friend doing?
I don't know why it's a doofy dude voice.
He seemed a little down last night.
Ah, you seen him?
Yeah, he was brooding in the corner of the Canard Joyeux.
Joy.
Mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest.
The Canard Joyeux? I don't think that's how you say that. That's a dingy student bar at the Royal Zone, right?
It's not dingy. It's a little rustic.
In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, Mademoiselle.
Anytime, Sparrowson.
These animals are on crack. We are going to the Canard Joyeux. At least Mom's Wi-Fi is good. Right on, man. Thank you for stopping by, Raptor. I appreciate you, buddy. Alright, let's go find our boy here. Sparrowson steps through the doors of Le Canard Joyeux, the dingiest tavern in all of Paris, but it's actually quite rustic. Just so you know, his nostrils fill with a pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle the feathers. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrowson. I haven't seen you in years. How are you doing, hun? Oh, it's a lady. Oh, it's a lady. Oops. Gonna crawl to bed, Joy? Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Joy. Oh boy, this is gonna be a killer on my voice. I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Quignell. Thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named JJ Falcon. Falcon? Yeah, that sorry lump has been here all weekend. He's been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. Oh, Tana and Joy, you've assimilated. You are now one, as to how me and Spooky are one. We're the Bookie. I'll take care of him. Thanks, Madame Quignell. It's no problem, hon. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Slick room to investigate. Obviously, the drinking room. No sign of him. Mon Dieu! I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon? What are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon! Wake up! Give him a good old smack. Wow! Bird's completely out cold. You must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake up a drunk person? Kick him. Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey! Oh. What voice did I give Falcon? Ah, good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon?
Yeah.
Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the aviary office so we can get some work done.
I don't understand it, Sparrowson.
Huh?
I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures, I found all the evidence, I presented the case beautifully. And yet, a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man's in custody. Oh, that's right, because we put the wrong person behind bars. What went wrong? Where's the justice?
We just need to try harder. Maybe we need to try harder?
Try harder?
I don't know if we messed up or if the system messed up or what, but we have to do our best as lawyers, I suppose. Maybe if we work hard enough, we can stop mess-ups from happening again. Sorry, Falcon, I don't have the answers, but what I do have is a freshly baked croissant. from Paris Boulangerie.
Croissant?
Yup, they're waiting for you back at the Aviary.
I'm sitting here moping about justice, and you offer me croissant.
Well, it's not just croissants. I got some plain au chocolat, too.
I could go for plans of chocolate.
Fantastic. Let's make a move. All right. Can't go wrong with chocolate.
All right, I admit it. These croissants are amazing.
I told you, Paris Boulangerie and Rue Vert is something else. Oh, that reminds me. The baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pain au chocolat in America?
Don't they call them pain au chocolat? I'm saying this horribly wrong. I'm butchering everything.
Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language.
So what do they call them?
Chocolate croissants. Oh, he's a little mouse. Hello?
Chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? Falcon needs to leave the Fred's food zone. He's bigger than his suit.
I like to think that me and Falcon have a lot in common. We're both thick boys. Very thick. Ah, I think those are still profiteroles. I've never, I don't know what that is. But rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them with melted chocolate.
Simply astounding.
Is this the aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? Please?
Well, what do they call crepes?
Excuse me?
Did you just hear something, Sparrowson?
Down here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one?
Oh gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name's Mousy.
What can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy?
I have this friend. He's fallen under some legal turbulence.
Legal turbulence, you mean he's been arrested?
Fucking got skinny legs. They're muscular. Muscle legs.
Yes, I suppose so. You're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it!
That's quite a problem.
I know! But I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain.
The Prince of Spain, and you didn't think it was worth mentioning from the start.
I forgot.
Hope you guys are enjoying these voices. It's one thing to do them like in a recording when no one else is watching, but there's people actively watching, so I feel like a goober.
I must ask, Mousy, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire legal counsel with a little more...
not terribleness?
Expertise.
The prince has great faith in your lawyer skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said your reputation as a lawyer was renowned.
Really? I've got animals everywhere. Everywhere. Guys, leave me alone. Cat, leave me alone. Lacey, go lay down, please. I love you. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. What's going on, Trace Creations? How are you doing, buddy? Whew, okay. I might have to go get some water for this. This hurts my throat.
Really? The prince said that?
It's a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny the request from the Prince of Spain?
Of course not.
I love how the other options. Man.
Of course we'll take the case. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We've royalty to defend.
That's the spirit.
Good luck to you, Messieurs.
You not coming with us, Mousy?
I've other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held in the concierge. I'm sure he'll fill you in on all the details.
Right, let's make a move then.
You doing good? You certainly are brightening your night. Oh, boo. Boo, boo, Tana, boo. Thank you for coming by, Tana. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Oh, I'm glad they're making your night nomads. Your kitty cat will come back. It'll just take time, buddy.
Good day, Monsieur. Oh, it's you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Kittenstrow. Baron Rockwell is pacing around his cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He's super mad. Hey, criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. You're not here to defend him, are you? Because that would be hilarious.
We're actually here to see Prince Juan Querido? Head of the throne of Spain.
The mouthy fox, huh? The guy's driving me nuts with his seniors and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better. Well, come on then. While we're young. Oh boy, what kind of voice is Mr. Spaniard? Oh, Jesus Christ. Prince of Spain, I was. Indeed, I am Juan Guindero, heir to the throne of Hispania, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. Well, I wouldn't say legendary.
I wouldn't even say notable.
Such humility. I'd expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero, Mousy, explained the situation. He told us you've been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Ah, of course. But what is it that you want to know?
Tell us about the murder.
To be honest, Prince Juan, I'm a little confused as to how a member of royalty could get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Mexico dance. I don't have spoons, clams, whatever you use for that. Of course. Let me see where to begin. It was the cold and misty morning of the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at Palais de Louvre, and I wished to meet the man himself.
If the music's too loud, let me know. It's very loud to me.
So after a brief stroll in the picnic of Tuya Garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage at the Louvre Grand Gallery. I have no idea what voice to do for Prince Juan here. Saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. Ding! A rose. An international symbol of passion and virtue. Unfortunately, Joy has gone to bed, Trey. She may still be here, watching, lurking.
How romantic.
But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howe. Ouch! Cried Major Howe. I pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the Major slumped to the floor. His face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked. Straight away, senor. It's obvious the prick finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon. But clearly the police felt the poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what can I say to the things?
So where'd you get the rose from?
I acquired it from the beautiful Parisian flower seller in Les Halles Market, a girl named by Catherine Maria Signy. But surely you do not suggesting that the flower girl applied the poison herself, Senor Falcon? Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poison rose has been added to the evidence folder. Did you want to ask something else, Senor Falcon?
The music got kind of loud. Let's just whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, let me know how that is. I turned it down a little bit. Why are you in Paris, Juan?
Why did you come to Paris, Prince Juan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I did not know whether you are familiar with the current events, but you may have heard that the country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos and people are suffering. So I thought, if I can befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Carrillo dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation.
What? I guess that plan's gone out the window.
Sparrowson, don't be rude. No, he's right. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust is settled, you'll have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I'm sure you will do your best. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
What were you reading? What were you reading before we so rudely interrupted?
Ding. This book is a Spanish classic. Don Quijote de la Mancha. Do you know it?
Readings for squares. I've heard of it. It's about the knight who jousts windmills, right?
That's one part of the story, yes. The hero is a virtuous but elderly knight by the name of Don Quixote. In the chapter you mentioned, he takes up arms against an army of giants who are terrorizing a town. Quixote's partner Sancho warns him that the giants are just windmills and their flailing arms are just sails twirling in the wind.
Hey Kelly, what's going on? How are you doing tonight?
But Quixote doesn't listen. He takes up his lance, gets on his horse, and charges away.
Sounds more like dumb, Quixote. Am I right, Falcon?
Perhaps he is dumb, Senor Sparrowson, but many of us spend our whole lives jousting imaginary giants.
Speak for yourself, Juan. I've never been jousting, let alone seeing a giant.
I think you're getting off track here. Indeed, I tell you what, Senor Falcon, I'll lend you my copy of the book. Maybe you'll have time to give it a read at some point.
Maybe I will, thank you. Oh boy. El Ingenioso... Fuck.
It's been added to your evidence folder.
It's fine. Don Quixote. Don Quixote. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Don Quixote. Don Quixote.
Was there anything else you wanted to know?
No, I think that's it. Thank you. What's the plan, Big Bird?
Well, we have 2 lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palais de Louvre.
Louvre? I think it's Louvre.
And see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girls in Leal's Market and see if she has anything to say about the alleged poison rose.
2 tasks spread over for 6 days? That almost sounds too easy.
Let's not get complacent. Good luck, senors.
Wait a minute, Falcon?
What is it?
Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you? That he had a weird, rough English accent-ish? Maybe? I don't know. He's quite a character. He seemed nice. Did anything seem off to you guys? I mean, he was nice. I mean, he was a very friendly fox. Did he seem off? We'll take this chance class get together. Tell me what you think. Was he weird? Was he nice? He is quite the character, though. My coffee's cold and I hate everything. While you all congregate, I am going to go get something cold. And the only thing I have in this house right now is beer. So we're getting beer. We'll be right back. The nomads.
Chair, fuck out of here with that. You silly bitch.
Yeah, that was good. Seemed too nice for a thing that eats birds. So he seemed nice then. That's what we're gonna say? Hey, we're birds. Huh. He seemed nice? He seemed nice.
I don't know what you're insinuating. He seemed like a splendid and charming fellow to me. That's not exactly what I meant, but okay.
What? Really?
Maybe I misread him. Well, look, if it's bothering you, then we could always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret, if he actually has anything to hide, that is.
Yeah, let's dig up the dirt.
But we've still got a trial to prepare for. Priorities, Sparrowson.
A new day, so we got a week to prove if he is actually a dick. Oh man, that's a lot of places. Popular among all shoppers. That's where we got the rose from. I honestly don't think there's anything weird with the rose. But let's check out the Palais de Louvre. Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place de Courcelles. Man in a mask! Don't be sour and feel that power. It's a new day. What's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place de Carousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Gallery. Yeah, that was terrible. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. That's the Arc de Triomphe de Carousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road. What? No way! Why are there two? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day,
Severin! get Severin in here. God damn it. Oh, shit. I love it. Okay, I thought I'd come by. Come to bring some class to the stream. Bring me some cough drops. I'm gonna need them. God damn it, Severin.
Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant? Fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant.
Severin's a giant chicken. Severin's got enough cock for everyone. Quite literally.
This is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris.
Ah, are you two old school friends or something?
More like arch rivals. Please, JJ, I think arch rivals implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in the court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly.
What a fucking prick.
I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, Severin business has never been better. I'll have you know I'm currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less. The Prince of Spain? Juan Quiero? Well, this is quite an amusing coincidence. Don't tell me. Correct. I'm the prosecutor for this very same case.
God damn it!
It's a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that's what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him.
I know, Manunder. The character designs and everything in this game are just phenomenal.
I forgot how much I like this game. Don't call me a bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Severin. One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire.
Uh-oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort.
What he's saying proves... I'm rubbering your glue.
Oh, what he's saying proves nothing, you prick. Severin, be a dick and damn it, Jim will pin that talk.
Oh, what he's saying proves nothing. Voltaire.
Oh!
Very good, JJ. How worthy riposte. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court.
What a prick.
Ugh, can't stand that guy.
He did seem like a bit of a cockerel. But was it true what he said? You know, did he trounce you in court 5 times?
Can't deny it. Severin has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses, it's no wonder he always manages to one-up me.
But this time will be different, alright?
I hope so.
I know so, for you see, I stole this annotated map from the Louvre de Cocorino's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes. Sparrowson! Sparrowson! That's pretty illegal. Pretty impressive. No, me and Sparrowson, we're the best people. We're just gonna high-five this shit out. Talking as Ben Franklin's body. We were talking about it earlier. We are thick boys, me and Falcon.
Pretty impressive, actually. I swear you were standing 3 meters away the whole time.
You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the cloud that you don't ever notice us small folk running around your feet. Pinching Cocorino's pockets was like taking candy from a very tall baby.
Let's take a closer look. I see this map shows the entire Louvre area, everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here, in the Place de Carousel. And those pinned-in arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here, through the Salle de Tibre, yeah, fuck it. And then here, onto the Grand Gallier, where the murder occurred. Didn't Prince Swan say he spent the morning at the Tuileries Garden? That's right, so that, fuck, no, shit. I clicked too soon.
Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first?
Let's see, let's go to the garden first. I want to check that shit out. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper look familiar? Yeah. Now that I'm looking at him, he does look like a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Oh shit. Robicio Robinho. I remember him. You weren't kidding when you said you were a mod everywhere. Jimbo's my bottom bitch. Robicio Robinho. Huh? Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see you've gave up your icy dream to pursue the more grand career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I believe it. Perjury, something somewhat serious. You should be thankful you got off without jail time. You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gulp? Personally, I'm gulping. Actually, I do have a couple questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinho. How's that groundskeeping going? Have you met Prince Juan? So, if Falcon was really as great at his job, wouldn't he be an ace attorney? I've never heard of the ace attorney, so... Heard of him, but that's it. So, no. No. I don't suppose you get my voices mixed up. I don't suppose you've bumped into Spanish Fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? The Spanish Fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working today. I see. Was there anything else you wanted? How's groundskeeping? How's that new groundskeeping job working out? Terrible. Tourists are pigs. Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. That was racist. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. Look what I picked up on the west entrance. A book page. A whole book I couldn't understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? What's up with the page? Take a closer look at that, monsieur. Don. Oh, shit. Jim, how did you say that? Damn it. Donkey oat? Donkey oat. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure. What's it worth to you? Quixote, that's it. Quixote. Man, you guys are on it. Sure. What's it worth to you? What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless. Then I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties. Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. What about you give me the page and... I'll speak with Judge Maxime. I'll put in a good word and you might be able to get your sentence reduced. Really? You'll do that for me? Thank you, monsieur. I'd really appreciate it. Here, take the page. Page 44 of El Ingenioso Donkey Oat. Serve as subject to one of the first examples of fan fiction. Little history lesson there. The Foxy boy, the Prince of Spain, was talking about windmills and stuff and giants. Did you want to ask something else? Nope. That's all. Can I click these? Can I open this? Page 44 seems to be missing. Alright. Okay. So cool. We found a missing page. Cool. Select a room. Now we're gonna go over to the Salle de Tibre. So this is the Salle de Tibre. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, that this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate. Interview. Right. Interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do some stupid. What's the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallier where the murder took place. Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over the Grand Gallier with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet the numbskull Inspector Valeri didn't even think to check the room for clues. Of his turning around animation. I love everything. Like, all the animations in this game are just flawless. Let's see. There might be a weather weapon just under our beaks. Your logic is a little questionable, but I couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. Alright. There are all sorts of vases, so I mean, surely something. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think the styles... It's not Ionic, Falcon. Irony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something completely different. That's not... Never mind. Jesus fucking Christ, this game. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used to carry water or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson. No, really. It smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing, you're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by the bakery on your way back from the office? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it. Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no. Oh, chocolate. See? Look what I found in the end. Put that down, Sparrowson. It's some old rubbish. Now look! It's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling on the firmness of the chocolate residue indicates that it was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I'm certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Sparrowson, you reduced all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what could work out if I tasted it. That won't be necessary. Sparrowson, if you could apply that level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you could be the world's greatest detective. If only all the evidence were edible. So do you have any idea which shop the chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we can know that. I suppose we'll just have to visit every confectioner in town and sample a bit of merchandise for comparison. What a chore. Interesting, because I see Lander's Hagelsack's Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. Well, you can't blame a bird for trying. Chocolate wrapper has been added to the inventory folder. Okay, cool. So it won't let us double over. I don't think we're missing anything. This column, a supporting column, it's holding the roof up. If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get its own location on time. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand, podium, maybe it's just decorative. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. My uncle's a Roman historian, trust me. Haddlesacks, he refuses to pay full price for pants. Alright, I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? I don't know, 300 francs a piece at least. What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrowson. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber. Well, that's one way to get rich quick. But is it really? You've got to find someone who wants to buy that. Because, like, you have to find a collector who's willing to buy from the black market just for plates. So I don't know about that. Oh, I'm trying to get more comfortable here, guys. We're going to get a little bit closer. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what did it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet. Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. That's a secret Mesopotamian artifact gifted to the Emperor Hadrian in the Victoria of Euphrates in 123 AD. Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. Alright, you got me. This could be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know. So we are done here. Yep, done. Done. How much money do I have? Oh, 59 francs. These are all the characters I know. Man, that's a lot of characters. We're done here for now, at least. We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose, so where to next? Let's go to the Grand Gallier. Excuse me, guys. Here we are at the Grand Gallier, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. I see hundreds of paintings. Which one's the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We'll have to ask someone. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you're Mona Lisa's from your last suppers. Oh, poor Eric Park. I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you have a... He's a porcupine. He's the one who pricked him. Would you have to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January, the one the king came to visit? Oh, yeah, I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you. It's a painting of the king himself. It's a penguin. It's a penguin. That's one noble-looking penguin. Oh, this is so right there. I didn't even read it. Damn.
What do you think? What do you think of it, Falcon?
What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but it's subtle and nuanced. The careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones, and the subliminal use of light. This is contrasted, nuanced work. It's an evocation painting that alludes to a forgotten era. You said a lot of words, but I'm not sure if I'm any closer to knowing your opinion. I'm getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at art galleries.
No, we're a right pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never been to the Middle East.
Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt? That's right. We're actually hoping we can ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Volp's private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with the gray area of the law types. No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before. I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep a hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. It's no trouble. Business card been added to the evidence folder. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally, we could turn the whole Grand Gallier upside down in the hunt for evidence, but that's not possible with so many people around. Oh. Okay. So now we go to the plastic carousel. Are we all done here? No? Not just yet. Pass me the map. Oh, okay, so we are done. There's no secrets or anything? Okay, we're actually leaving. We're leaving. Are we all done here? Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move. Good call. We can always come back later if we forgot something. A new day. Geez, the first couple days make me panic because it's like I don't... What are the clocks there? Sure, I don't feel like chocolate's a very important thing. Welcome to Landa Haglas Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate. I don't know German voices anymore. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of a good character. Chocolate shop in all of Paris. I'm Landa Haglasag, the founder and owner of this establishment. Oh boy. I'm J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers. Very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer. But, well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney.
Falcon, you have to help me.
What is it?
It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop.
For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So, are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate?
Yes!
No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first. We believe the chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademarked Hagelsack wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelsack chocolate. That was almost certainly bought from this very establishment.
Very good. With that established, there's something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hagelsack. Who bought the chocolate? Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagelsack?
I'm afraid not, messieurs.
That's a very, very difficult thing to do. I couldn't even imagine, like, beginning with that. Like, you don't keep records for chocolate.
Not because of matters of confidentiality, although it is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that.
I thought elephants never forget.
My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item.
So your memory's good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you?
Oh, yes, that would probably do, monsieur.
Let me think. Who to ask about? Definitely, where is he? There we go. Have
Have you ever said Damn. Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain? The Prince of Spain? No, monsieur.
Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our client turned out to be a chocolate fiend.
I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that was any help. You see, I met a girl while hiking through the Himalayas.
Please stop.
Let me think.
Who to ask about? Mousy.
Have you ever served a tiny mouse named Mousy? No, monsieur. Mice terrify me.
Let me think. Who to ask about? Okay, guys. Is there anyone you all can think to ask about?
It was the dog. The dog ate the chocolate. Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Monsieur Howe?
Oh, goddamn.
No, monsieur. You sure? Yes, monsieur. I've served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory.
What does that mean, pal? Gonna be lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Hal didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still a possibility someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we have to find.
I see. Oh, I didn't want to serve a high-ranking excuse me. He was on his way to Zimbabwe, and if you want to hear that story...
No, I don't want to hear that story.
Messieurs, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Mayhaps you come back another day?
You know, Falcon, it's possible that we just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back here every day and making endless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind. You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Haglasak. We shall return when our investigation has progressed a little.
Anytime, messieurs.
Well, that was a fucking waste. Oh my god, a whole day at the chocolate place and we didn't do anything. Oh no. Have we been to Leal's yet? I don't think we've been to Leal's. The pair arrive at Leal's market. Vendors and busters, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said he met the Flower Girl Hills. Signy, I think he said her name was. There's a swan of flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so she would probably act with tact and finesse.
Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady. We'd like a word.
Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this.
Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower?
Yes, I'd like to purchase a rose from a lady.
I'm afraid I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you'll be satisfied with chrysanthemum instead.
There's a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and he said dumb things ever since. Hey! Let me introduce myself. I'm J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signy?
That's right. Catherine Marie Signy. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt.
How'd you know?
I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that the rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me.
The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads, so do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
Business is slow. Please ask away.
Who bought the last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to?
The person who bought the rose, I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox.
Sounds like a Juan.
I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. Hey, the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling.
Pressure. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we're defending this particular fox in our court d'assises. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know.
I'm sorry, messieurs, I can't.
Wait, Mademoiselle Signy, wait up. Oh, damn it. Nice to play tact and finesse, Falcon. You scatter off. This one obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agree, but I don't think she'll be in the mood for telling us anything else. I know. Why don't you acting a little more tact and finesse next time? Fuck you, Sparrowson. Hush. I mean, I figured, you know... Oh my god, we haven't figured out anything.
You pick me up, don't need to go there.
I actually would not mind going here. Oh, Mousie's part of the private eye. Oh, customers.
Hello, is this the office of Renard Phillips?
Ah, it's you two.
Mousie, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See, I'm Renard Mousy.
Oh. Hey, what's going on, One Shot TV? How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by the stream. I appreciate you. Boy, gotta keep my voice going for this.
Monsieur Renard Phillips and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Phillips who chooses the cases to take on.
I see. Well, then can we speak to Monsieur Phillips?
Oh, I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Phillips is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England.
England?
But he's set to return in a week or two. Maybe you can come back then.
That's no good to us. Our case will be over by then. There's nothing to be done about it. I suppose we have to come back later.
God damn it. Okay, at least we didn't waste any time for that.
I appreciate you stopping by, One Shot. I really do. I hope your day's been good. What have I been up to? Well, a little bit ago, about almost an hour ago now, we beat SCP Containment Breach. It was the first time I ever beat that game, so that was nice. Damn it, man. Like, what are we supposed to do? Can I show you? Need to pick me up. Come along the Madame Kenyo's Student Tavern. I really don't want to waste my time there. I don't know what these time things are. What happens if we come here? A little early, aren't we? Just scoping the place out. Come on, Falcon, we've got investigations to do. Okay, so yeah. We don't need to worry about any of that. Let's go to this place for whatever reason, the Canajoya. Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to learn more about this Prince Juan, then would the ideal place to be start being... Blech. Questions. That was terrible. What is this game? This is Aviary Attorney. It's based after, I want to say, I think it's based after some books. It's very comedy based. Speaking of, while I'm looking at it, would you guys like it better if I moved my face somewhere else so it doesn't cover up the text or anything? I don't want it to be problematic to read. But anyhow, you are a lawyer or an attorney who is tasked with picking up jobs from pretty high up officials to prove their innocence or to prove if they're guilty. Top left. Let's... Whoop, nope, not that. I've got everything locked. I forgot about it. Let me see. Gotta unlock everything. Off camera would be best. Joke's on you. I ain't never gonna do it. There we go. So like that. Is that better? Let's see. That's pretty good thinking. Oh, I almost killed myself. You two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Quignal. That's great to hear, Han. Will it be the usual? No, I'm here back to investigate. I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We want to see how he reacts to stuff. Yeah. Don't you want to see me read? We wanted to... we want to know if you've seen the Prince of Spain around here recently. The Prince of Spain? I don't... what kind of voice is it? She says hun. Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub of Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You can't forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe you should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars Rufus and Powell are playing cards in the attic, same as always. But we got all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattle enough cages, you'd find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's take... That's much better. Alright, cool beans. Cool beans. Let's see, where to start. Alright, where are we off to first, boys? Are we going to the card room or are we going to the drinking room? I'm gonna give my voice a few moments rest here. Jim. I love it. I love it. Let's see, I don't want to pull up my Facebook Messenger, so I will just, I just don't want you guys to see my Facebook. Look what Jim made me. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it very well.
Isn't that neato? It's damn it, Jim made that for me. I'm gonna have to pick this game up again. To the drinking room. All right. I'm gonna have to pick up this game again just so I can use that sprite now, Jim.
So there I was, in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I've been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. Burglar bird.
I love it. Quite literally, la-caw! Hey, puppy. What are you doing?
I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then BAM!
You shot it?
No, it was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot.
Sounds like one of them heart attacks. My nan went the same... Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Nan went the same way.
That's what I thought. Then I went to take a closer look. I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Ooh.
Wow. Was it a rabbit?
Possible. I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing in the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone.
Good call. You don't want to steal with tainted meat. Ask about Prince Juan. Ask about the boar. The boar. Definitely the boar. Excuse me, monsieur.
Yes? Can I help you?
You said the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details?
Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid.
Well, what do you think caused it?
I guess that it ate something bad. I saw some of them poisonous plants around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. I really have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me.
Excuse me, monsieur.
What is it?
I don't suppose you've seen Juan Quijote around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat. Calls everyone senor.
That doesn't sound familiar. You recall seeing anyone like that, Piero?
Ain't got a clue.
Sorry, messieurs. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something?
I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at the library, monsieur. Not a tavern.
Library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Hunters, man, right? Let's leave them in peace. To the card room.
It's me, Rufus. Come on, Paul. Just one more game of Jacques Noir.
It's in my Discord. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Oh, they're just both big fat cats.
Absolutely not. My wallet's hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer's no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you'll have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir?
Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur.
Very well then, do you know how to play?
Nope. I'm only familiar with Signal and Tap Tarot.
Oh, that's much better than them silly games. Now, let me tell you how it works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I'll deal you one card at a time.
Oh, it's blackjack. I'm just dumb.
I'll give you 5 francs.
5 francs? That's a little steep. Being overweight used to mean you had a lot of money. It's because you can eat a lot. Everyone loved a thick boy back in the day. Now it's all about not being thick. Being super thin and muscular means you got time off. Means you got money for a gym membership. I mean, food maybe too. I don't know. I'm just judging to judge. Cause I'm a thick boy.
This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gamble over petty sous. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right?
I suppose so. Oh boy. You guys are probably gonna help me on this. Go for 21. Jesus. Okay. I'm glad they put it over here for me. I'm a dipshit and I don't know Roman numerals. Ooh. You'll help? Okay, are we hitting or are we staying? Shit, how big did you say the deck was? stand. What a bitch!
Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round?
Yep. Absolutely, monsieur. Deal me in. I'm gonna assume if we win, we get to talk to him more. Alright. 8. Hit it. Hit it. 1 cup of soybeans. God damn. Hit it. Son of a bitch. Wasn't expecting to get a 10. I'm just bad. Okay, deal me in. I'm gonna let you guys pick this time. Alright. I'm just gonna not be bad. Alright, my turn. 1. Okay. It's hard when you can't see the dealer's hand. Right? It's very hard. So I'm, you know, we're gonna hit. We're gonna hit. Alright. Hit or stay, guys. Up to you. Hit. Hit. God damn it. I've lost so much fucking money. I'm gonna lose all my money. Go for 21. Alright. We got a 1. I don't remember exactly. How do you make money? As far as I know, you don't. You find it. Hello, cat. Hit. Stand. Hey! We did a win.
Well played, monsieur. Here's your payout. Shall we have another round?
No. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day.
We understand. Feel free to come back anytime.
So I just wasted fucking money. That's all I did. Damn it. Are you ready to hit the road? Yeah, let's go. I was hoping we were going to get to converse with the dude more, but that does not seem to be the case. Occasionally, special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map. These cinematic scenes are only available for 1 day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. Yes, of course.
A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. The bourgeoisies are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting.
Oh.
And then a revolution.
Uh-oh. I can't prove any of that. Okay, yeah, we should go to the library now, I think. Jesus, man. We're not going to be able to do, like... I don't feel like we've done anything for this case. The last one I thought we were doing good at. We knew shit. This time I don't know anything. No wolfies. Have a little light reading, are we?
Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice.
Don't eat poison pork.
The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library.
Ah, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works?
Readings for squares. Readings for squares. Reading's so blasé. Give me a good modern opera any day.
Good call. Nothing beats a well-made show. Speaking of which, I hear they're performing La Damnation de Faux at the Opera Comique. I would sell myself for front row tickets.
Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building.
Look how they gave him very dramatic music.
Oh, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down.
Wait! You're the librarian, aren't you?
An astute observation, yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I'm most assuredly the librarian.
Well, now that you have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something.
I do? Oh, right, I do.
Donkey's out. Donkey.
Damn, I keep forgetting.
It's gonna be Donkey's out. Donkey's out. I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote. Don Quixote. Don Quixote. That's it. Don Quixote. De la Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody's read it. Yeah, everybody, but for those who haven't, I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature to two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur, but what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See? There's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. A French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see. Thank you. Do you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Spanish monarchy. You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown of who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs of every throne in Europe. Yeah, but for the sake of the children who sleep through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. Pay attention, guys. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Isabella II of House Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Well, the ass is an ass. Quite an ass indeed. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it's certainly possible that the immediate family member would stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question. Did you catch all that, Sparrow? Not a word! Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan Quindero of Spain. I don't think I've heard the name of your explanation. Prince Juan Quindero? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There's no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Quindero is a real name. It's certainly no line of the Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does that mean, Falcon? Well, one thing's for sure, our client's not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic. In blackjack, you only hit if the dealer has 7 or higher showing. You always assume the bottom card is a 10. If the dealer has anything lower, you stand, hoping they get a 10 and bust. I'd love to learn how to count cards. I really want to learn how to play poker. I love blackjack. I'm no good at it, clearly. You all know that by now. But yeah, I really want to just get good at poker, or at least learn how to play. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? Yep, dick. Don't worry, monsieur. I think we're done here. Thanks for your time. I bid you good day. Oh, man. How many days left until trial? Poker's fun and really easy to pick up. Oh, boy. Need to pick me up. Don't need to do that. Trying to remember which one is the concierge prison. Okay, let's head that way. You again. Visiting hour's over. Come back later. I've no time for your quabbling, monsieur. Stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you're housing a suspect under false pretenses. That's a direct violation of statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes, you, monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal actions. All right. No need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff. Oh, God. Senor Falcon, it's so good to see you again. You have come. You have some good news for my case, I hope. Are we going to confront him politely or angrily? I feel like this is a big turning point, so I'm going to throw this to Jim. Jim, you made artwork today. You get to choose if we're going to be angry or we're going to be real polite. If you don't reply in 20 seconds, I'm going to let someone else do it. It's a threat. It's a promise. My name is Ingo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. There we go. I have a hair tie line around here. I'd say polite. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just, trying to make myself a little bit more comfortable here. I'm French. Oh, like the Falcon? I know, but, like, I don't want everyone to have the same voice. I can't work with half-truths. You have to tell me one thing, and the prosecution's evidence tells me another. Then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. You want me to spell it out? If surrender isn't an option, pick rude. You're French after all. I know you're not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Quindio. Fuck. Where's this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Cover yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Quindero is not my real name. I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. Why would you want to get arrested? Yeah, why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, Mademoiselle, who's in a great deal of debt. You're nice because the Falcon is French. It worked. It did work. Good pick, Jim. Everyone has debt these days, monsieur. Indeed, but this particular Mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The Mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I'll forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed for your parents. With no alternative options, the Mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight, foolish and archaic notions of chivalry, had the Mademoiselle's story. The knight knew the murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall of the Mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, monsieur? JJ were to throw a jab, would it be a Falcon punch? I don't know if it'd catch on fire. Is anyone else just waiting for a creepypasta to happen in the background? A little bit. There's gonna be like eyes or something in the back there. Let's see. I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad you're saying things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not go to the police with the information you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. Who are you? It's the art style, and the art style is gorgeous too. It almost, if we're talking about creepypastas, it makes me think of the, what was that book, that was white that had like the spooky, shit, I can't think of it. I know if I saw it, damn it. It's a very famous spooky book meant for like kids and stuff. It's got like little small, like 2-3 page scary stories in them. So that makes me very happy, and I have no idea why. It's very, does it make you think of like Frog and Toad? Because that's what it makes me think of. So, what's your real name? What's my name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Quindero, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I am Bruno Ria, a pauper living under a bridge of Sienne. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That really doesn't answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Mr. Falcon. I suspect you already know my real name. You're Renard Volpes, private investigator? Very astute. And you're Mr. Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Mr. Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name to Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan, Renard, Monsieur. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course.
So, what is it you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon?
Well, shit. Did you read books with this art style as a child? Scary tales to tell in the dark. Yes, 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 yes. That's it. That's it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really? I don't feel like we've learned very much.
Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south, what is that, some sort of code? Something like that, but rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case.
Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrow. Trial day's approaching. Alright! Oh my gosh, we're getting there. A new day. What is it gonna be? Oh no, don't tell me that's the only place left I can go. Mousy better be there. Falcon, what are you doing? It's trial day. We have a Spanish prince to defend. Oh, right. Oh no, we don't have enough time. Oh, we don't have enough time. I wasted a day at the chocolate place. Damn it. Damn it. That was probably going to be like a surprise guest or something. Witness. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grand Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Nope. Well, hell, I'm feeling super fucking nervous. Looks like I've seen it before. Maybe the Falcon too. Well, they were children's books. That would narrate is French for... Oh, neato. Actually, I think we might have a handle on this case. All the pieces are coming together nicely. Awesome. Let's demolish that pompous prosecutor with walls of evidence. Oh, God.
Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order.
Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial.
Ah, such confidence. The magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jesting at imaginary giants. All of you cease. Oh, God. All of you cease your yammering. The door is open and... Here we go. Buen suerte, Senor Falcon.
We will. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Oh, boy. We do not have this, guys. We do not have it.
JJ. Severin. Nervous. Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. The whole courtroom is nervous.
What the heck is behind the fox? Raven. It's a raven or a crow. Wow, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial's even started, why, you pompous steel posture perfect.
Oh, no. Order, order. Let's all settle down now. Court's now in session.
Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is Emeritus the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who presided over Dame Catterline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still a little strange, isn't it? A little, yes. It is a little, I suppose. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be presiding over the case. Where is he?
Judge Maxime's gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, assures prosecutors, defense, members of the jury that I'm more than qualified to fill his shoes.
Harvey Birdman.
Without further ado, let this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Guillermo Stanton.
My voice is given, guys.
Accused of murdering Major Hal, of the conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call.
The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. I know, right? The way all the animals, like, they are the personification of, you know, their animal. Like, so, of course, Cocorico is very, very cocky.
Good. Very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy.
Well said, Your Honor. I expect that. Once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. Not Major Howell.
Romulus is a wolf. The founders of Rome, we supposedly twin named Romulus and Remus, and they were raised by a wolf. There's two of them. Oh shit.
So we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to stand. Very well. I will call police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Juste Valerti. Stand up and stand, Inspector, and recite the oath.
Oh, we never saw... Wait, we saw this guy.
I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. Star Trek. That's some weird shit. And the wolf is a judge, indicating that justice is blind. God damn, you guys are fucking on this more than I am. Hot shit.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name's Inspector Juste Valeteri. I'm servant to the law, scourge to gutter rats.
That will do, Inspector. We've heard your monologue before. Whoa, Cocorico's really going... Wow, Cocorico's really going for the speed record, isn't he?
Now, can you tell us what you witnessed the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to Louvre Grands Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards.
I should be a saint, fuck my life. Aw. Well, thank you for swinging by, New for Hire. I really appreciate you, buddy. I hope you get a good night rest. I will see you tomorrow or the next time we stream or in the next video. Have a good night, buddy. Remus the Boston. You can play them in Star Trek Online. Did he just say a clock?
There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, and the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself were all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead.
And what of the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? Oh, damn, guys, you're just piecing this shit together something fierce.
The coroner determined the absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a pick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Putting the pieces together, that doesn't seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. I assume that's where the term reamed came from, since Remus kind of got screwed. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness.
Falcon.
Oh, Falcon, was it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness's stand.
I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
Sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon, to your cross-examination.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I believe it's poisoning. I really do believe it's poisoning. Oh, jeez. What do we do, guys? I mean, gosh. What are we cross-examining? Oh man. I'm just taking these moments to relax my voice. It's having the last time I recorded this. It took me a little over an hour to get the first part done. 2 dozen. The entire trial rests on your shoulders. Justice is now in your hands. A man's life hangs in the balance. No pressure. 2 dozen citizens. Inspector, you say there were around 2 dozen citizens, of all whom attest to seeing my client deliver the poisoned rose. Oh boy, when you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it?
Correct. We collected precisely 22 testimonies, and there were no major inconsistencies.
Okay. See, because I'm worried the wolf is going to get pissed off, and he's going to cut our questioning short. I mean, of course he's going to think they're trustworthy, so what exactly did they say? That sounds right. Because he's going to think they're trustworthy. Otherwise, why would he collect them? Also, I cannot drink this beer. Makes my mouth foamy. Probably going to die. Why does chicken have an eye patch? What did they say? I would like some further details. What exactly did the testimony say? Each citizen attested to seeing the king and his entourage approaching the new painting in the Grand Gallery. They heard the king deliver a short speech, which was on the subject of progress and societal improvements and whatnot. There was some applause, then Prince Juan stepped out of the crowd and approached the king with rose in hand. Each person then saw Major Hal take the rose from Prince Juan, and each person saw Major Hal promptly drop dead. I see. Some of the descriptions of the man's death were quite graphic. He convulsed, twisted, and spasmed, said one witness. His mouth frothed like he was a rabid lunatic, said another. Thank you, Inspector. I think we get the picture. Do you have another question for the crowd's testimony? Shit. I mean... yes, what else can we... Sure, let's go ahead. Let's cover every base. The testimony is trustworthy. I saw nothing to give me doubt. But surely there was possibility that the citizens were bribed or threatened. Falcon, I can understand having doubts about one or two testimonies, but are you really saying that 22 people were coerced? It's a possibility, you big bitch. It's a realistic possibility that we must consider. Monsieur Falcon, I know a thing or two about corruption. I've seen plenty of liars during my time as a police officer. A man can be bribed or threatened into reciting a lie. Perhaps 5 or 6 can maintain a consistent story, but 22? This seems the lie would show well before then. It's just not possible. Well said, Inspector. Defense don't waste our time by bringing up stupid possibilities. Oh, God. I shouldn't have asked. Do you have another question for the crowd's testimony? No, let's just drop it. Oh, jeez. 24 citizens. Man under mask. Your turn. What are we gonna try and tear apart next? I'm not feeling good about this trial. I don't have any of the information I think I should have. I really wish I could have gone to Mousy and told Mousy to do that thing. Whatever it was. Oh god, my throat's killing me. Poison? Okay, we got poison first, so we're gonna go with poison. You said the coroner determined that certainty that Major Hal was killed by poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There's no possibility his death was natural. What kind of poison was it? Yes. Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He wasn't certain at first. That was the underlying word in the first sentence. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. He was not certain at first. The coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison like that of an aconite flower. But then he learned how fast the poison had taken effect. He noted that it was an atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this is a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. Do you have another question about the poison? Not really. I don't think we have any questions about the poison. Let's go with 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, you say? Correct. 10 o'clock. Surely you mean o'clock. Oh, Jesus. We are not doing hot, guys. From the time you were called, how long did it take you to arrive at the crime scene? You should make the rooster more southern. Oh, boy. Well, see, everyone's over in, like, England, so I'm trying to do most of them with English voices, or at least that sort of region. I did a little bit of southern for the barkeep that kept calling us son. Around 5 minutes. I expected to be the neighboring Palais Royal at the time, so it was a simple journey. Then I'm guessing that Major Hal would have been dead for around 10 minutes by the time you arrived. That'd be a fair estimate. Plenty of time for the bad guy to slip away, huh? That's
definitely a possibility. I don't think the court would appreciate my wild speculations, though. No. Jeez. Alright, so I mean, we've gotten everything then. Inspector, I would like to ask you about the victim, Major Hal. England. There's a reason we have southern accents, and it all has to do with kicking out the English. But wouldn't we have the original English accent then? We've been treating this case as if the intended murder target was King Louis Philippe. But there was another possibility. That was stupid. Why did I pick that? Why did I pick that? Damn it. Court's gonna get pissed. There's another possibility. What if the killer was trying to murder Major Hal from the very beginning? JJ, stop talking. You just said something very stupid. I could explain why and humiliate you in front of the whole court. Alternatively, you can retract your question now, and I will save your humiliation for another day. America, is he bluffing, or are we gonna retract that stupid ass question? I think it was dumb, but I'll leave it up to you guys. I mean, I still think there's no way to win this case if he's throwing himself under the bus for this lady, and we didn't get to tell Mousy the thing. We're missing a lot of things here. There's no way I can prove this guy didn't do it. Bluffing? Bluffing. You're bluffing! He's a big bitch. I know a bluff when I see one, Severin. My question stands. Uh-oh. Too late, Jim. Okay, here goes. The myriad of reasons why your question was unfathomably stupid. First, it doesn't absolve your client of any guilt. If the That's super stupid. If the defendant was intending to murder Major Hal, then he still was guilty of murder. You'd likely face the same punishment as before. Second, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody has motive to kill Major Hal, but plenty have motive to kill the king. Alright, I get it. Third, many citizens attest to seeing the defendant deliberately try to approach the king himself, not the major. His intentions were clear to everyone present. Fourth, prosecutor, that will do. Defense, don't ask us stupid questions. Oh, God. You should learn to never, ever listen, ever. For his speculation, therefore, sustained ejection. Oh, boy. Do you have another question about the victim of Major Hal? Yep. Who was he? We know who he is. We don't have... We've questioned everything, though, right? Right? Unless we have to select... I don't have anything. I am shit out of luck, guys. Let's go back to this. Who was he? We all know who... We've spent our whole investigation focusing on the murder, but we still don't know much about the victim himself. Who was Major Hal? He was a royal guard, well-respected dog who's been getting on with these years. I was not friends with the man, but I've met him on several occasions in the past, at banquets, royal meetings, and sort. Major Hal was a stern, no-nonsense fellow, but he was a good man. His wife and children will no doubt miss him. Thank you for the insight. Do you have another question about the victim? Nope. I don't have anything to ask. You can appeal. Son of a bitch. Let's go back to 10 o'clock and ask him about a cluck. Sure, you meant to say 10 o'clock? I beg your pardon. You clucked like a chicken. You can't try to pick your own pronunciation. No. So I don't have, like, any other... How was he poisoned? Was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by a poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? The pricked finger had no relation with the poisoning? Well, I mean, it could not. If he ate something, right? We still have the chocolate. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think that Major Hal was poisoned. Oh, okay. I don't doubt that he was poisoned. I thought he said, I don't think he was poisoned. I was going to be like, holy shit. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ's attempting to sit here and lecture you about the basics of cause and effect. I'll end this discussion painlessly. Please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns on the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubts that the rose was in fact the poison to... Actually, I can't tell him that. Yeah, because it's chocolate. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on there, then Prince Juan lives, and he's free to go. If the rose is poisoned and the prince dies, that's okay, because, goddamn, the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burnt it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we still deduced that the absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. Whew. Reasonable indeed, right? Right? It's chocolate. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong! Bitch boy, there's fucking chocolate bars. There was something else at the crime scene that would have contained the poison, something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Chocolate! Look at this. Ding! What am I supposed to be looking at? It's the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the lure of the Salle de Tigre, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. Now comes the fucking smackdown. You're not suggesting that Major Al ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Yeah, you gained a little favor with the jury. Yeah. Did you see this wrapper at the scene of the crime yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at a crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. 'Tis astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. This is a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave until next time is yours. Damn, Wolf Boy's fucking up. Woo, rude. So let me get this straight. The chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene, correct? And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. Chamfer de spray. I do, and I have expert food tasting witnesses who will testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Hal consumed this chocolate? Well, that's a fact we're still investigating. I see, and do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? God damn it. And again, that's something we require a little more time to definitely prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Hal consumed the poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I'd like to summon. A man who claims to have an excellent view of people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hey! It's our boy. Who's messaging me? Oh, Jim. Is it more artwork? What is it? Oh god, my throat's killing me. Jim, did you hand do these? Like the bird and everything? Look at this. There we go. Ching! You! Oh god, what was his voice? It was very French. Hello, hello, hello? Hello? Oh, right. The oath. I swear to speak without... What the hell was his voice? Without fear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. State your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Tushon Kingley, and I'm a person who... is that not him? A person who fishes, so you're a fisherman. Oh, that's how it is. I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon. Here comes Tushon Kingley, the kingfisher. Clearly, he's a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you're carrying a fishing rod, and can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look! The prosecutor's carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake, fine. What can we list your occupation as? Person who fishes and not a fisherman? Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you riding a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-some-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon the railing of the Pont d'Art. That's the new bridge that's some stones thrown from the Louvre's south entrance. Oh, God. He's really into some weird stuff. What? So I can't carry tackle, bait, and my rod? That's right. What were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers. Am I right? Am I right, Falcon? So you get plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre is a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw King Louis Philippe himself enter the building and was surrounded by an entourage, of course. Then 9:30, I saw the shifty-looking fox looking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness term of shifty-looking. It's vague and biased description. No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out this rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of the rose, you say, as if he were applying something to the flowers, perhaps. Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, I was wrong for me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow! Even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like we here have as a direct witness of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims the rose was poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? Not a question. You saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of a crime. That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? This nonsense again? I just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What's there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Ah! Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool of yourself. Maybe he just likes cocaine all for right? Whew. Select a statement to question. I saw the king and his entourage enter the building. Shifty-looking fox. Powder. You say that you saw the fox rubbing the stem of a rose. Yep, saw it with me. Saw it with my own eyes. What else would it have been, though? How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters, perhaps? 30? So doubtful you can make a powder applied to anything out of sort of distance. Well, sure, I don't claim to have seen the powder itself. I said it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. Could have been a wax, a liquid, or whatever. My accents are changing. But the guy was definitely putting something on it. Well, that's nice and vague. Do you have another question about the poisoned rose? Yes. Are we sure it was a rose? Are you certain the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower? Pretty sure the red petals stand out quite nicely on a gray January morning. So you're confident, you're absolutely sure you clearly saw a bright red flower in the fox's hand. What are you getting at, JJ? It was handed off to him, wasn't it? According to his story, Prince Juan was handed off the rose. He didn't come to the scene of the crime, but we don't have any like supporting evidence of that though. We're gonna say it anyway. I have reason to believe that Prince Juan did not possess a rose at all. I think he may have been possessing a sprig of, or even a simple daisy. Are we being for real, Falcon? Really? You're claiming that Prince Juan did not possess a rose despite 22... That's not what I was hoping he was going to say. There's zero doubt that Prince Juan possessed a rose on the day of murder. Agreed, defense knock it off with a moronic way of thinking. That's not what I thought we were getting at. God damn it. You have another question about the poison rose? No. I have no questions about the poison rose. Select the statement. Oh, boy. Man, I was really hoping we were going to do good. Monsieur Kingsley, you said that you were sitting upon the railings of Pont d'Art on the morning of the incident? Yep. Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre South entrance, didn't you? I forget where the hell he was. Here? He was here? Or is he here? Yep, the Pont d'Art is the great vantage point from seeing the Grand Gallier south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from Tuileries Gardens or the Place du Carrousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course this isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. Well, because he did, someone came from the one place. What if he approached for the Louvre from, oh shit, the west? It was the gardens. He's a big enough dick for all y'all. Tuileries Garden to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence Prince Juan entered the Louvre from Tuileries Gardens? As a matter of fact, I do. I have positive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre de Tuileries Gardens. Book page. Look at this. A book page. Page 44 of Don Quixote. Don Quixote? I keep forgetting. Specifically, it was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan had been reading in the jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 40. Quixote. I'm never going to remember it, you guys. This page and page 44 is missing. That's the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present at Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont d'Art. What? I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries de Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You're fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered when he took the long way around. He's like Joy and Shiogarath. Does Joy not say Shiogarath right? If I can just smack the rooster, I'm beating that cock. How dare you, the nerve you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What's the point in all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I've said is truth. I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See? He admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Oh, God. See, I wasn't sure if I could say that. I don't know where the line is. I don't know. Just as long as everyone behaves, I'm usually pretty cool. Oh, my God, my throat hurts. Gained a little favor with the jury. So we're 2 for 3 right now. We're 2 to 3. We're still losing with the jury. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? At this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key components of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No.
This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something. I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty fox. I made the part of the story up. But I did see a swan looking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. Oh, man. A swan?
Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say?
Your Honor, Judge Remulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start for the hare versus tortoise trial.
It's that late already? Curses, I was hoping we'd have this case wrapped up in a single trial session.
It's a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing.
Yes? Alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume on Friday the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late.
He seemed tall and covered in hair. He had a large feet and he called himself Ron Williams.
Prosecutor, do your damn job and get this stupid fox a conviction already.
I'll do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. Holy shit, this is brutal. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Yeah, no doubt about that, but something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand? Maybe he was coerced. Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up the story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything's possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Prince Juan isn't really bothering me. I know the correlation between these two. I've got to pick either Judge Romulus or Mademoiselle Signe. Because I'm going to say Mademoiselle. It's got to be one of those two, but I feel like, hey, man, your mask. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Wolf, we're going to go with Romulus? Okay. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is discovering the truth, but why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure, but there must be something else at work here. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon? Rabbit. Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter for me? Why wasn't it sent to my office? Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Hush, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. God damn it. I'm going to unsubscribe and resubscribe just to see the animation again. Little naked briars. Oh, it just popped up here. Get out of here. Get out of here, YouTube. Good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Wow! I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. I'm trying to see if there's anything like hidden anywhere. Torn, beer, no. Need a house clean my subscriptions. I have a lot of art builders I've never once used. Scary. There's no question be the letter originated from Major Howell's murder, or he or she must be aware that we're getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write the cutout newspaper letter like this? Asking one one's handwriting would be the most common reason, although I can't help but wonder why they would bother since we don't have any handwritten examples to compare to. Where? They're still going ahead with the investigation though, right? Absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days left before the next trial, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. Okay. So we got 3 days. This is day 1. Okay, so let's make a list of things to do, guys. We've got 3 days for this. I want to tell the mouse. I'm going to tell Mousy. What do we want to do with the other 2 days? Let's see.
I say Mousy, the Swan, and then back to the chocolate place to see if a Swan bought any chocolate. Because we know, thanks to the prince, that she was supposed to murder. Opium dens. I don't think we have opium dens. Talk to the Swan. Okay, we'll talk to Swan first. Let's see. Gotta remember where the hell it is. Okay, it was Leal's. If she'll talk to us. That's strange. I don't see any sign of the flower girl. Yeah, probably because you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy. Or maybe you scared her off with your horrendous, inappropriate flirting technique. I can flirt like a peacock in a tail fanning mode. We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere. Okay, so that sucks. Let's go ahead and go talk to R&M Associates, since we can't talk to Flower Girl. Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy. So we have a message for you. It's from Prince Huang himself. You want to stop with the birds that flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully, but if my... Oh. Okay, so... Just Google what kind of filter that made the maps look like this game. Ooh, that'd be neat. That'd be super neat. Then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them, take them. These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names, see the names. Gautier Signe, Nicole Signe. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Neither do I, really. Monsieur, I mean, Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange, I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. And add it to the evidence folder. Mouse's screaming for help. He's been held prisoner by a guy named Disney. Help! Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. Okay. We need to think of what we can use those train tickets for. I'm not sure what we can. Also, it's nearly 1 and I was up at 6 this morning. Sorry, but the gym is dying. Alright, Jim. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for the artwork. I'm going to be using it in the next time I sit down and record this. You know, next time we sit down and record this, I'm going to be using those bits of art. Man, let's go here. Shit, there's probably nothing even here. Finance person once again found themselves at Plastic Carousel just outside the Louvre. So exhibits I'll be visiting today. Damn it, why'd I come here? I think we probably mission would be new enough. Let's move somewhere else. Plastic Carousel. Are we all done here? Oh shit, no. Fuck, why'd I come here? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Looks like the Pokemon fellow's left the building. Do you want to ask him something? Nothing in particular. I just wanted more details on the Renard Volps, but I suppose we'll have to leave it for now. Shit, what a waste. Need to find everything about here we can possibly find. Okay, so where should we go next? Fucking leave. Damn it. Are we all done here? Yep. Son of a bitch. I can't believe I did that. Bernard Volps. What do we got going on? Feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Huang came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? Suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe perhaps we could play some cards at the Canard Zoya. Something wrong, Sparrowson? You're unusually quiet. Fucking, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, but I realized that we're missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning, but we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. Volps in French. think they spelled Jeopardy wrong? I've already missed it. Geo Party. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one would consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whatever it contains traces of poison. Well, sure that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, what do you think of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe? Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you'd say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper 45 minutes ago. Sparrowson! Sparrowson! Oh, jeez. Might be wrong. It went by really fast. Dr. Sparrowson, okay. Well, he's not conscious right now, but he's stable. I think it's safe to say your friend's not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How do you say this happened again? It's a long story, lowering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. Oh my God, that's some needle, right? That's where they put up your butt. But I've sent a few specialists who should be here by tomorrow morning. They'll make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There's a matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for. I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured, your friend is in good hands. Oh no, Sparrowson hurt himself. Also, thank you, Plijim. Please. Oh, Jim. Jim, what are you doing? Get to bed. What are you doing? This is terrible. What the hell is Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You, I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. All right, I'll step forward. It won't be the last thing you'll ever see. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. Oh shit! What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Ah! Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate up the whole thing. Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I am the murderer? Well, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusation that put Baron Rodwell on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It was my fault? Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Michelle. Wake up. Can you hear me? I said wake up. Yeah, a rooster and a cat. Oh boy, I was not entirely expecting us to, like... Come on, Michelle. Come on, Michelle, wake up. I said wake up, you're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I'd have to find a doctor or a mortician. Oh, my head. Where am I? The Pont d'Art, you know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just finished you out this Sienne. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're the disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something. What time is it, actually? What day is it? Hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, and around 9 o'clock in the morning, by my reckoning, 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh, no! Bleh. The trial. We've been in court here outside 10 minutes ago. Oh, you're running late. But take it easy, Michelle. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, Michelle. At least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. It's very fancy. Thanks, Monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine.
Fountain pen has been added to the evidence folder. Thank you, fisherman. I owe you one. He's not a fisherman! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Oh my gosh. Hold on there. Contains green ink. Okay.
It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for roll call. The defense not present.
Such unprofessionalism.
There's no defense in this trial. Cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that's already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Hal and any conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
9 o'clock. Judge Romulus just explodes. I'm a firm believer that the trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems rather to end a trial. It seems rash to end a trial the moment it's due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial has a chance to proceed and justice will be served.
Are you the prosecution or are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
No, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in the courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair, unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice.
That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there's little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I'll talk now with the jury.
Yay, we made it. Defense President, Your Honor.
You're too late, Falcon.
You look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Shan or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we're all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice.
Rules are rules, Prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court.
Your Honor. But, Your Honor.
Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred.
It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The
King of France? He's here.
Oh, shit!
Oh, are we not doing the trial after all?
That's a pity.
Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, you know it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin, but it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense was late. Oh, pish posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Did I get it right? What kind of voice is he gonna have? Is he gonna have like a happy-go-lucky British guy? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor?
Yeah, fine. Proceed with the cursed trial.
Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us the activities of the day of the murder? Damn, how did he get the fucking king in here? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to the arrival of the Louvre. All right, of course. Well, my old George and I entered through the Louvre south entrance at 9 o'clock. We passed through Salle du Tivre with a little fanfare. Probably through the front door. What? I missed it. It went over my head. Shake. At the Grand Gallier, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose which was taken by Major Hal, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and Messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it's the testimony perhaps of the most trustworthy man of all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I've no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform cross-examination.
How dare you doubt the king, the other knave?
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I've no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see our best courtroom drama material. Oh shit, it's like a boss battle. Select the statement in question. Enter the south entrance. Pass through the Salle du Tivre. I wonder if he saw the Swan. Your Majesty, I say that you've entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was easily riverside stroll. Do you see anyone suspicious or anything at the Louvre's entrance? Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Just a regular riverside type, bourgeoisie, vendors, people who fish and the like. I see. Do you have another question about the king's... Let's see, what was the other one? I'm pretty sure he's sure. I don't want to ask a dipshit question again. The Salle de Tigre. Your Majesty, you see you passed through the Salle de Tigre uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallier. What did you see? Could you elaborate? What did you see in Salle de Tigre? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I mean, aside from Roman artifacts, for example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I have reason to believe that it was a key moment of the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So there was a giant doorstop, and there was a copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else. Now that you ask, I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Hal was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Oh, did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel about the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say. I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Signet? Mademoiselle Signet? Signet, that sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signet. I see. It's undoubtedly significant Mademoiselle Signet gave chocolates to Major Hal minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. That line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Y'all better be ready to throw down. It's fucking coming. Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Hal ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we assumed that the swan was merely offered a gift rather than speculating that she's a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Well, I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence the chocolate was in fact poison. I don't believe you, JJ. You had a piece of evidence that's significant. You'd have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama's just getting so good. Why did it suddenly all go quiet? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense has a realization of his own that he lacks the evidence to support this theory. Since he cannot continue his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had a chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrows and Ape. Stop, JJ, stop, while you still have a little dignity. At this point, with the rose destroyed, wouldn't that also be circumstantial? Oh, yeah, well, we have... Oh, shit, we could have presented this earlier, couldn't we? Shit. Could have presented that shit earlier, damn it. Result of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed did not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial's over, Your Honor. About bloody time, take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well, I'm pleased that justice is thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. Well, where's my boy? Where's Sparrowson? I will now deliberate with the jury. Oh, Sparrowson. Yay! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on the poison chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note. See? It's too late, the trial's over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn the entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job is not to get the guilty verdict, it's to ensure that justice is served. I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France.
Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the notes to the court. For the court to hear. Ahem.
This patient Sparrowson was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital where he displayed a variety of symptoms. This included profuse sweating, rapid fever, severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, possibly originating from the plant known as acatine, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When he was questioned for the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe the patient to be clinically... Oh, well, we'll skip that bit. Yada yada. And here we go. Signed, Dr. Fowlery. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll ever need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every single angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you say the King's here?
You can get this autograph later.
Right!
So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine the little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, here's the note signed by a medical professor definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper was the crime scene was poisoned. He could nitpick details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it'd be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Ah, so be it then. What the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. The poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is this level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. J-Day's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where's the empiricism that was required by any court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? The train tickets.
Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help.
Who?
Oh my god, did he flirt his way to her?
Hello.
You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet. You've been an enormous asset in this case, but why are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness.
Surprise witness?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning Kakariko like surprise witnesses, so I thought we'd beat him to his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signia, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character.
You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signia is a possible suspect for the case.
What? That can't be right.
Sparrowson, it's okay, Monsieur Falcon. I would like to testify.
Ooh.
You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to?
I do. I've accepted my fate.
Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signet as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you're here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signet. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath.
The oath?
Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I swear, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Good. Very good. See, I don't know shit about the law. Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Catherine Marie Signet. I'm a flower seller.
Mademoiselle Signet, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January.
Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre at 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop at the Salle de Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a big dog by the name of Major Howell was happy to oblige. God died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates.
Nah, that can't be.
I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant, as a flower seller. It was simple to acquire.
Why did you do it, mademoiselle?
Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He's a vile man who has no respect for love of the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people.
I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely.
No, monsieur. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It's my guilt and nobody else's.
So, she admitted it. A little favor, that should be a lot of favor. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So shall we wrap this court session up?
No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Further questions to what end? You've already proved your client's innocent. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of... Oh, you and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine. We will show you up. I'll show you one magical mystery item to the witness. I can imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though.
I shall fucking save it. I have nothing more to say. What about the ticket stubs? Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs? Look at the names.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? And they're really safe?
They are.
The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then it means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely.
Indeed, go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there?
I'm omitting my testimony, Your Honor. Oh, shit. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened and forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter's been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, a man assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder and he would drop all debts. Refuse and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering.
Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor, although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Signet, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money. Then we both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. The contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first. The only lady said I had to repay him.
How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist, and Mademoiselle has no proof because her story's a blatant lie.
Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signet? A link. Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made a contact with Mademoiselle Signet in the past. And it was because the very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Fuck. It's the pin, right? It's the pin. It could be nothing else. It's gonna be the pin. I know this pin belongs to Judge Romulus, that much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I have to find a link between the crime scene.
What are you waiting for, defense? Show us.
The rose? Am I actually missing something? Oh no. Oh no, what could it be? Everyone take a look at this. The item ties the judge directly to the scene of the crime. You're going to have to elaborate, JJ, how exactly does it do that? Oh, I'm not sure. God damn it. Should we give time defense? Fuck. See, I was thinking the page, you lost a little favor with the jury. I know I have something that proves Judge Romulus had a hand in the crime. Oh, God. I don't think we have it. That was found in the salted tigre.
Oh, goddamn. What the fuck could it be? They're gonna find her. They're gonna find her guilty no matter what. Now the chocolate. I don't have anything, man. Let's try the chocolate. Oh my god. See, the train tickets were for her, though. You've clearly proven the client's innocent by tracking down the real murderer. Your job is done, but... Yeah. Oh my god. No, you don't have the evidence to support your claims right here, right now. Let's go. The mademoiselle can defend herself in her own trial. So we're in agreement upon prosecutor. We're ready to wrap this up. We are. I have no further questions for the defense or for Mademoiselle Signe. Then I shall now converse with the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict, although I suspect this won't take too long. Don't worry, Mademoiselle, we'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon? This person, you're clearly a caring individual. This outcome's for the best. How the hell is this for the best? My parents are safe, that's all I wanted. Your parents, but what about you? Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Chiarindo, to be cleared of all charges and therefore find the defendant not guilty. You haven't been formally tried yet, but fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. We may see the blade of your guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky. I see. You look scared, Mademoiselle. Don't fret. We sharpen the guillotine blades regularly. Nobody here likes gallows humor. Whatever. Court's adjourned. I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Sparrowson, you did your best. It can't end like this. This isn't how I wanted things to go, Senor Falcon. No, me neither. We mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone. What good is effort if these are the results I produce? Tell me, Senior Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer? I really don't. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy and idea, and I stand by that. You're a man with a strong ideal. It's just unrefined, like an unpolished gemstone. I'm sure that given enough time, your ideal will become refined, and you will come to live up to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that. He's not talking about... Never mind. In any case, here's your payment. I don't deserve this. Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this is the last you will see of Prince Juan. But feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need help in the future, Senor Falcon. Goddamn. Impressive, JJ. You actually managed to successfully defend your client. Severin, are you going to be in charge of prosecuting Mademoiselle Signe? Probably. Why? Do you think you can get her a reduced sentence for attempting to murder the king? I empathize with Mademoiselle JJ, but I'm not a miracle worker. No lawyer can save the flower girl now. I'm gonna get a drink. Yeah, me too. Goddamn. Nothing ever ends right in this game. It is really, really fucking hard, man. But with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream for the night. My throat's killing me. I feel like death. Not literally, but it's pretty hard to talk. Whew, it's always the voices in the end there. That was just Act 2. Yeah, man, that was just Act 2. When I did a recording of this a while back, and it took me over an hour to finish Act 1. And that was just Act 2. And I'm going to assume they get longer. It took almost 2.5 hours to get through Act 2. Jesus Christ, man. You know, we probably could have done it quicker, but eh. But this is Lord of the Rings style epic. Dude, right? It was a fucking movie, right? The whole thing was just a damn movie, and at the end, you know, I still feel heartbroken. I didn't want it to end like that. I thought we weren't going to be able to get anything, but then we got something, and then it wasn't even what I wanted. It was bad.
hard, hard, hard. But with that though, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to probably get ready for bed so we can wake up tomorrow. I've got a day off finally, so I'm just gonna record weeks, well, maybe a week worth of content. But thank you so much for coming by, Man Under Mask. Good night, Brian. I always think of the dog from Family Guy. Whoever is still watching, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate you guys. If there's ever any other game you would like to see, not Spank the Donkey or anything like that, let me know. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Just get over here and end this.